Did you know a woman who almost became the Queen of England lived here? Did you know the first blood of the Civil War was shed here? Did you know this is where our national anthem got its start? Did you know the army that defeated Napoleon was stopped here? Did you know the first science fiction mystery murder writer is buried here? Did you know America's first saint prayed here? Unforgettable people and events from our past, from our forgotten neighborhoods. It's history in the hood.
Next on History in the Hood, what does a monument in Baltimore have in common with a street corner in Brooklyn?
Most states have nicknames. Massachusetts is the Bay State. Pennsylvania is the Keystone State. Delaware is the First State. And in Maryland, we're the Old Line State. In fact, it's so important, we had it engraved on all of our coins. But I bet you this quarter, most Marylanders don't even know why we're called the Old Line State. We're here at the Waverly Farmers Market to find out why Maryland is called the Old Line State. Why do you think Maryland is called the Old Line State?
Because of the Mason-Dixon line?
It's for the Mason-Dixon line.
That's a good guess, but not right.
Is it the Underground Railroad?
That's another good guess too, but no, not right. We're just wondering, why do you think Maryland is called the Old Line State?
I think it has to do with the Mason-Dixon line and between North and South and slave and free states.
Do you know why Maryland is called the Old Line State?
Because the old line dividing the Mason-Dixon line, the Mason and Dixon line.
That's where they drew the line from slavery to freedom.
I would assume it would have to do with the Mason-Dixon line as a navigational and as well as a boundary marker for dividing the North and the South, as well as marking Maryland's northern border along Delaware and Pennsylvania.
It's a very, very good answer, but it's the wrong one. But we're getting a lot of, that's the answer we're getting. Everyone thinks it's the Mason-Dixon line.
So it's not that. Bummer.
It was a time and a place where Maryland saved the Continental Army and the cause for American independence.
Outnumbered, 6 Maryland companies totaling 400 men attacked the British lines 5 times.
On the next episodes of History in the Hood, we'll take you to the homes of a saint, a slugger, and a socialite who almost became the Queen of England.
Along with their history, so many of our once great urban communities have been forgotten. You'd be surprised to know who lived in that row house. What great battle was fought in the park before it was a park? What took place on a busy street corner? Or who's buried underneath it? Our aim is to entertain and educate the viewer by taking the man on the street approach and mixing it with experts on the subject in the style of a reality show. We hope to instill local pride, enhance tourism, and stimulate urban restoration and redevelopment.
It's history in the hood.